question again? I can ask. Specifically answer.
Some people, you hear about Jeff Sessions and he's been against marijuana, and it comes up every once in a while that as an argument against marijuana that it leads to use of opioids. So we don't want our children, states like Colorado, where it's recreational, starting to use that and then graduating to opioids.
It's a lie. The only gateway that marijuana leads to is cake.
Well, one thing I will say, just regarding the addiction itself, is that the biggest risk factor is the person. And so some people have that tendency. It even runs in the family. There's genetic factors. And not by genetic factors, I don't mean a specific gene, but I mean a variety of genes, but then also the development of the brain. And so when we talk about dopamine, right, so that's in the brain's pleasure center. For one person, they can take an opioid, it has absolutely no effect on the pleasure centers. For another person, they can get a euphoric effect. And so with the complexity of how it works, and specifically for opioids, is there's another receptor, it's a mu receptor and kappa receptor, where sometimes that is stimulated the euphoria. So there's a variety of ways that patients get that high, that sensation with opioids. With regard to cannabis, where you break down, as you were mentioning, the CBD and THC, there's certain types that don't have any of the psychoactive components. So you could have basically trace amounts. So you could have someone take a high CBD with trace amounts of THC type of cannabis. There's virtually no potential for an addictive effect. And majority of patients that I encounter, they just want to feel more normal. They're not seeking to feel the medicine. In the rare instance that you have a patient that's looking to feel the medicine and get that euphoria, I have to tell them, well, it's not currently available for adult use right now. And so we have to focus on the medical goals if you have it. If you don't have any medical goals, you're not a candidate for the medicine. And so that's where when you establish a physician and a patient-doctor relationship, the patient's interviewing you and you're interviewing the patient, because you have to see if they're a candidate or not. And sometimes you will have a patient where they're kind of on the edge, meaning that at one point they were taking cannabis for adult use, but now they have they're later in life have a medical condition, but they still want that euphoria that they had when they were younger. We have to let them know, well, that's not available right now. You probably need to move to a state where it is legal for recreational purposes, but to keep yourself safe, you want to avoid using it for recreation right now.